Hey, how's it going? This is a rambling video. You don't really have to watch it because I'm not going to be saying anything particularly important. I'm just going to be rambling about a couple of things, including the justification for this channel. But I'm not going to be talking about the Ukraine war or anything of that nature at this time, so you can skip it if you want to. Anyway, the reason I set up this channel, this is the third Gonzalo Lira channel that I've set up, by the way. Well, the reason I set it up is because I wanted to separate between the roundtable videos and my solo videos. And so I'm going to continue doing the roundtables, okay? I'm going to try to do it every Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturday or Sunday to have like 3 shows per week. And the other days when I'm not doing a roundtable, I'll be posting on this channel a solo video like this. I'll be talking about pretty much whatever I feel like talking about, and you can watch it or not watch it as the spirit moves you. But the reason I'm trying to do this is I want to maintain visibility. Because what's going on, of course, is that my position here in Kharkov is extremely tenuous. I mean, you guys know that I'm not an attention whore. It's not that, I want to be the belle of the ball everywhere I go. Okay? I mean, if I wanted to have like a million subscriber channel, I know exactly how to do that. And not to brag or sound like an asshole, but I've got the personality and the whatever it is to make a compelling channel about something very, very safe that would get me 1 million subscribers. But I'm not particularly interested in that. I'm interested in talking about whatever I find interesting. And if that doesn't make me as popular as I could be, so be it. But I want to maintain visibility because my situation here is very delicate. And as some of you may know, I'm on that peacemaker hit list of the Mirotvorets. They want me dead. And I have a fairly decent relationship with the SBU people here in Kharkov. And they know what I am. They know that I'm a middle-aged fart who poses no threat to them whatsoever. And so that's why I'm living under their auspices, under their authority, and they leave me alone because I don't mess with them, they don't mess with me. That kind of arrangement. But I'm very concerned about some random crazy identifying me and doing something awful to me, and so that's why I want to maintain visibility, so that if I ever disappear, people will notice. That's why I had my Twitter account. It's not that I want to be famous on Twitter. I just wanted to maintain an easy way to maintain visibility. Well, Twitter is gone. My AdSense, my Google AdSense account is also gone. It got deleted on Friday for no reason whatsoever, even though I wasn't monetizing the roundtable, but that account just went poof, And actually they owe me like quite a bit of money. Low 5 figures, not kidding, I don't think I'll see that money ever, which is pretty amusing, but anyway. I got deplatformed from Twitter, AdSense is gone, and also I've noticed that on my roundtable channel, like my comments, when I post them on other videos, they get deleted almost instantly. And the roundtable channel is getting shadow banned. I'm noticing because of the subscriber count. It's getting lower and lower every day. I mean, really low. And that was just not what was happening before. And the fact that I was steadily producing content on the Roundtable channel, and all of a sudden my subscriber count, which before was between, say, 150, 200 new subscribers per day to up to, say, 1,000 subscribers a day, all of a sudden it's flatlining. They're shadow banning me. They're not showing the roundtables to other people, to new audience members, okay? And so I recognize that because of my particular circumstances here in Kharkov, it's essential that I maintain visibility, and so that's why I decided to do the second channel. And that way, every day I'm producing content either on the Roundtable channel or on this channel, and if you don't see me, know that something awful happened to me. I mean, actually 2 possibilities. Either the electricity got knocked out, but they'll announce it because it'll be the whole city got knocked out, or something happened to me. If there's electricity in Kharkov and you don't hear from me, assume that something dreadful happened to me, because I'm going to be very diligent of always posting content, either on the Roundtable or on this channel, okay? If I'm gone, something happened. That's why I set up the Twitter account, so that I could post, at least every 12 hours, so that people would know that I was okay. Because, and I'm very grateful and humbled by this, by the way, many people pay attention to me, wonder where I am, they worry about me. And I sincerely say this, you have no idea how humbling that is. And I thank you, truly. It is truly a humbling notion to think that there are people so concerned about my well-being. And I will never be able to thank you enough. That said, to allay any concerns on your part, that's why I'm doing these videos. And, quite frankly, as an insurance policy. Because if I'm gone, people will raise up a stink. And I hope you will if all of a sudden I'm not producing content here anymore, even though there's electricity and internet and I have the ability to do so. Okay? Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is what I'm doing. See? Because I'm not producing content 24/7. No, on the contrary. I'm making content, very short little videos like this one or the roundtables, which I really enjoy, and I hope you are enjoying them too. I do content with just a fraction of my time. The rest of my time, the majority of my time, I'm writing. I'm writing this series of essays, 4 of them actually, and they're each 200 pages. I estimate at this time about 200 to 250 pages each. It's just between about 800 and 1,000 pages of material, man. Oh, Jesus. Well, these essays, see, how can I put it? I'm 54. And I recognize that there are far fewer years ahead of me than behind me, and perhaps even fewer still, because of certain medical issues that I have that I don't want to discuss. But the point is, I have a very limited time ahead of me. I recognize that. And so I decided to put them to good use, the time I have left. The weeks, months, years that I might have ahead of me, I could just goof off on the internet, which I've been doing before, by the way. When I had Twitter, oh yeah, I got addicted to that shit. But anyway, I could goof off, or I could put that time to good use. And that's what I've been doing, putting it to good use, writing these essays. And they're called the Kharkov Quartet, even though I really started developing this material back in 2019, systematically writing material. And some of the concepts I've been developing way back in like 2010, 2012, when I was writing my financial blog. And the thing is, see, the essays are 4. And I'll tell you what they are. The first one is called Ethics, and it's about ethics, about moral systems, about how we distinguish between good and evil, and the relationship of individuals to collectives. That's the first one. The second one is called Industrial Society, and it's about industrial society. It's about how industrial society evolved, and it has become what it is today. The third is about American history. And that's going to be way controversial. And the fourth one is about the leadership class that we currently have and explaining why this leadership class that we have is leading the Western democracies off a cliff. This cosmopolitan, blind, arrogant leadership class that does not know what it's doing, which is, taking Western civilization to the brink of ruin. In fact, I actually say, and I believe, that we've already gone over the brink. We are on our way to ruin. This is the fall, okay? Eventually we're going to go splat. And so the fourth essay is about how this leadership class originated. Now, I have a vested interest in this particular topic because, and I know it sounds arrogant, but I don't give a shit. See, I was raised to be part of this leadership class. By my education, my family background, the fact that I got brains and more or less know how to use them, I was set to be a part of that leadership class. But for various reasons that I discuss in that essay, I wanted no part of it. I recognized how corrupt and insidious it actually is. And so I figured that because I have so much time here in Kharkov and very little to do, what I should do with this time is to write these essays. To write these essays explaining my worldview. And this is a golden opportunity. I mean, really, how many people have the luxury to spend a few months writing down exactly what they think? Have the time and have the ability and have the interest to do this. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And I'm smart enough to realize the chance that I have, and so I'm exploiting it to the fullest. And to tell you the truth, it's a lot of fun to be working on these essays. You know, I mean, I just really, really look forward to my workday every day. And the reason I'm doing it is because for my own satisfaction, on the one hand, and on the other hand, I think that it will be useful to people. They can agree or disagree. I don't really care if they agree or disagree. What I care about is that they'll think about the issues that I raise. Because all of the issues that I raise are issues that people don't want to talk about, that are politically incorrect, but they are the truth of our civilization, of our society. And truths that are readily apparent, but we're all too scared to say. And so paradoxically, you know, I'm scared here in Kharkov about what might happen to me. And yet at the same time, you know, I'm realizing I have the freedom to be fearless in my writing. So that's what I'm doing. And by the way, you know, I'm glad that you're listening so far, but you should ask yourself, are you using your time wisely? Because, you see, it would be wonderful if there were a life after this one. This life that we are living, it would be wonderful to think that once we die, there is a hereafter, there is a heaven, there is a continuation of our consciousness in some great beyond. It would be wonderful to think that. Or in its defect, it would be wonderful to think that, you know, we reincarnate somehow into a physical form, into physical consciousness once again, and experience life again. It would be wonderful to think that. But I, unfortunately, do not believe that. Perhaps I am too cynical or too materialistic or too whatever, but I do believe that this is the only life we get. And this is the only chance at consciousness that we'll ever get. And so because of it, and because I have so much time on my hands now, and because I don't really have any concern in terms of money or anything like that, I'm doing very well, so it's all good. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I have to use this time wisely. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm writing these essays, and I'm writing at a pace of about 30,000 words a month, okay? And I expect this whole thing to be about 300,000 to 400,000 words. And so at the pace I'm going and with the material I have already accumulated, I expect to be done with it by April, May. And once I'm done with it, I'm going to release it for free. I have no interest or expectation to earn any money off of it. I mean, come on, how many people are going to pay money for a book about fucking philosophy and history, man? Nobody, right? And so because of that, I realized that the smart thing to do is just to release it for free, like dandelion seeds into the air, and see where they land for free. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm very excited about these essays. I can't wait to have them complete and see people's reaction, because I'm going to get called all kinds of names, by the way. Oh man, every dismissive name you can think of, they're going to throw it my way. You know, I'm this, that, bigoted, blah 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 blah. I mean, all of it. You know, sexist, everything. It's going to be hilarious, right? And it's going to be especially hilarious because, see, so much of what I've written is true. See, they never throw a hissy fit when you say things that are obviously not true. They never care when you say something that we all agree is just nonsense. No, they only care when you say things that are actually true. So that's what I'm writing. I'm writing the truth, and I don't care about any consequences to me personally or to my reputation or anything like that. I am beyond caring. That's the true freedom that I have being stuck here in Kharkov. I have true freedom, and I'm using it to my advantage. Anyway, I've been rambling on for close to 15 minutes, and like I said at the beginning, you know, this was just going to be a random, rambling, bullshit kind of video, but I wanted to explain to you my motivation for the second channel and tell you what I'm doing, what useful thing I am doing at this time. Tomorrow on the roundtable, I'm going to have Russians with Attitude. That's going to be a fun conversation. Those guys are whip smart. I've talked to them before on their own channel, and having them on is just going to be a real treat for both you and for me. And so, yeah, tomorrow, Russians with Attitude, and guests on Thursday, you know, they'll come. But like I said, I'm going to be posting content either on this channel or the roundtable channel every day so that you know that I'm still around. Okay? Okay. Take it easy.